What is the purpose of interviews with athletes? Um, they normally ask questions. A lot of questions is like they can answer what the fans want to ask. They might be asked what statistics of the game they just played in. Also, the athletes get asked if they want to ask anything they may have any concerns. It also increases the chance of them getting a better sponsorship deal because if they have an interview and it's good and it gets around in big sponsorship deals, say for example Nike, Adidas, Puma, they can come in and want to sign on the athlete. It can improve their reputation a lot because if it's a significant interview, it'll get around. Also, there's a chance for them to say if they've been given any advice, if they can inspire any young people who are in the same sport, maybe not as successful as them, but want to be like that. They can also talk about their biggest accomplishment in their sport. Furthermore, they can talk about the training they do, which is key, and if there's anything that people can do to actually get to where they are. But the main thing is probably answering the fans' questions. As if they do lose like badly, it can be a time to answer the fans' questions like why did they play so bad? What's happening at the club? Is this a one-off or is it going to be like that forever? On television, you have to worry about your appearance because millions of people are watching you. Whereas on radio, nobody can see what you're doing while speaking. Furthermore, on radio, it may be harder to be more effective as you can't use any hand gestures. Hand gestures are a big thing as it shows your emotion. So if it's actually an important topic and you're just on radio, they can't see you really express your emotion towards a subject. But if it's on TV, they can see the way you're sitting, the way you look, the way you feel, if you're upset or you're happy. With sponsors, if you have an interview with sponsors, then you have to be very formal, very hygienic. The main thing is to impress your sponsors as you're representing the brand they own. And if it's a really good interview, then you could make money and people will buy the brand, so you and the brand will make money. If there's an interview with your manager, then it'll be less formal. Players have an established relationship. Maybe colloquial language used. You can wear your own clothes, maybe use slang. And also you can interrupt and ask your questions. You can ask more questions than you can actually can in a formal interview. And you can also be less nervous as only you and the manager will know about the interview. During the interview, there's lots of things you have to think about. So, if we're talking about formal, then your tone of voice has to be good because there's loads of people watching you. There has to be good pace in your speech. If you talk too fast, then the interview will end too early, and people won't listen to you. You're going to be asked a variety of questions. Some you may not like, some you may like, and you have to answer all of them. They may be open or closed questions. You can also ask the interviewer questions, and also colloquial language is not good because if people are watching you, like I said before, sponsors, people, other clubs, if they see you using slang and swearing, then they're not going to want to take you to their club as it will be a bad influence on kids watching the sport and all that. It's not, if you're too quiet, then people will not understand you, but if you're too loud, you may come across as an aggressive person, which is not good. Also, if you are asked any questions and you answer them using facts and statistics, you have to be very sure that you're right. Because if you do say the wrong thing, then it will be false information and people will not trust you. During the interview, having eye contact is very good. It shows that you're interested in the questions being asked. You actually care about the interview. Some people come to the interview just for the sake of actually having to do it. They don't really take time to think about it. They just don't really care. They just care about themselves and think about how long the interview is going to take. The best thing to do is let the interviewer talk. Do not interrupt. Keep eye contact. When you're talking, use hand gestures to show how much you care. And make sure you actually listen to the interviewer. So don't ask them to repeat what they've just said, as this will show the lack of your communication skills. Also, it's good to keep good hygiene as you'll be close to an interviewer and you don't want to come across as someone who's not nice or anything, who doesn't wash, bad smell, scruffy hair. Also, you just stand still, do not move feet and lean against something or show that you're not bothered. Maybe slouching against the wall. It will look like you don't really care about the interview and the questions being asked. It's like you're just here for the sake of it. But planning for an interview is very important as you need to be able to answer questions very quickly as they are put on the spot and the interviewer has to move on. Also, if you're not prepared for personal questions asked, you may react in the wrong way and get angry at the interviewer. For example, if you're asked if something happens in your family or something said about you, and you're asked a question about it and you're not prepared, you may not have heard about it. You may get angry, which has happened in the past, and you may flip out and react in the wrong way. Also, if you take long to answer questions, then people may think that you're just talking rubbish and not believe you. But if it's better to keep it short and snappy, answer the questions, and move on. And the interview move on. Goal setting is a very important technique that can be used to increase an individual's commitment towards achieving a personal goal. Having a short or long-term goal can encourage an individual to work harder, to be more focused on the task, and to overcome setbacks more easily. For example, if you set a goal that you want to score 20 goals in the league in the whole season, then you'll be more determined to score goals than if you didn't set a goal. If you scored 12 goals, you'd think you did alright, but if you set 20 and you only scored 12, you'd be disappointed with yourself, and that can make you improve. Goal setting is really good because it makes you reach out for something. At times where you may be not bored but not really interested, and you keep scoring, and you're not scoring as many goals. I personally use goal setting myself, and it's helped a lot due to the fact that when I'm not in the mood or not having a good season, you always go back to your goals, and it seems that you work harder to achieve them, which is a good thing. And as the person I'm going to talk about, he's a striker. I think him setting a goal for himself every season will be good, as this will help him score more goals. Callum plays football at a very high level, and he's a striker and he scores a lot of goals. I think he needs a backup career just in case any serious injury can happen to him, because it's happened to a lot of people. Callum is a good player, but I think he doesn't set goals. But I think if he set goals, he could take his game to a whole new level, as due to the fact that, like I've said, if he's having a bad season, the goals may make him play better, and he'll try harder and try and score more goals. I think he wants to take the refereeing course, as when he stops playing football, he wants a backup career. I think this is a very good choice, very good thing to do, as you play football, you understand all the rules the ref has to do, the pressure that the refs are under. So him taking this course will help him become a good referee in the future if he wants to be one. SWOT analysis is probably the best type of analysis to do. It recognises your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities and threats. For example, in Callum's example, his strengths are he knows what he needs to do to have a clear path, and he's very determined at his sport and what he wants to do. His weaknesses are he's got a full-time college student, and as games are very far, sometimes he has to miss other opportunities in life for football. So maybe having a parent who could be supportive would be better. His opportunities are that he's got a very good coach, plays for a good team, and he's got a very supportive family who also played football before, never this serious. So they're hopefully going to support him more. The worst thing about it is the threats. He needs time, he's got money, diet, college commitments, girlfriend, all that type of stuff is big threats to his game. And if he sorts all that out, then it'll be alright. The main thing in the SWOT analysis is keeping your strengths, change your weaknesses into strengths, and sorting out your threats. And all the opportunities you have, taking full advantage of them and making sure that you use them to your best advantage. If he does get his family to support him more, it could take him further. Also, because they have experience on playing football at their levels, so maybe easier to help him. Having time, as he's a full-time college student, he's coming to the end of his college career, so that could turn into a strength. He might have more time, money. Hopefully, he gets into a good team and starts paying them. That could sort out. Diet is fairly easy as long as you keep it balanced, and college commitments that could all end soon. And if he sorts out seeing his girlfriend different times to not missing football to see his girlfriend, that could be even better. Callum wants to become a sports coach in the future if football doesn't work out. He's going to need GCSE pass level, which he's already got. He needs a BTEC diploma, 90 credit, which he's already got. And now he's about to go to uni to complete his course for 3 years sports coaching development, and then get his level 1 coaching badge and proceed to get higher levels. This is a good career plan, as he's done all the work he needs to do to become one, and has a good experience in football and lots of different sports. He's played many different sports for his whole life, and being a sports coach would be a good thing.